Starting tonight, an ordinary public toilet like this is going to get you laid in 10 minutes or less. And you won't be coming across like a player, you won't be using lame pickup lines, and you won't be spending any money on the girl you're about to be fucking. You're about to see the full, uncensored video that's so controversial, even porno sites want it banned. Lots of people want this video taken down. The bullshit dating experts that write for Maxim and Men's Health, the bullshit dating websites like eHarmony and Match.com, nobody wants you to have access to this quick fuck method because this method will be the end of dating. I stopped going on dates years ago when I realized I could fuck women in 10 minutes or less, and many of my students have quit dating too. Maybe it's time that you quit dating and start fucking hot chicks as soon as you meet them. The method you're about to learn is only 3 steps. It takes a grand total of 10 minutes. It begins in a bar, a club, or even your local grocery store or coffee shop. It quickly moves to a public restroom, and it ends with you having dirty, exciting, unbelievably hot sex with girls who were totally out of your league only minutes before. I know that may sound too good to be true. For most guys it is. Most guys are especially skeptical when they find out that this method works best for guys who are average looking or below. And that's part of the reason the experts don't want you to see this. Once you learn this trick, you'll never need their lame, obvious dating advice again. You'll never need stuff like women love confidence or how to buy her flowers. All that junk is about to go out the window. Here's my deal. I'm about to tell you everything, and I don't care who I piss off. I don't care if this threatens their dating advice businesses or if the entire online dating industry crashes. Fuck them. I'm willing to go out on a limb and host this banned video on my own private server for the next 24 hours. The only thing I ask in return is that you watch it to the very end. Because in the next few minutes alone, everything you've been told about women, dating, and seduction is going to be turned upside down. My name is Brad P., and I've been voted the world's top pickup artist, among other things. While it may be cool to say that I've been featured in a bunch of magazines, TV, stuff like that, it would be a lie. Truth is, I've intentionally maintained a very low profile over the years. There's a reason for that. First, as you'll soon see proof of, I went from absolutely no sex to getting laid a lot. And I don't ever want to be suddenly recognized as the guy that might bend your girlfriend over in the bathroom less than 5 minutes after meeting her. Or worse, the oversexed player that girls warn their friends about. That would seriously mess up my sex life. But there's a deeper, darker reason I keep private. Because over the last few years, I've quietly been training a select group of guys in what some call the seduction underground, teaching them techniques that are way too edgy, powerful, some might even say dangerous, to ever be shown in the mainstream. In fact, if you're seeing this now, you're either part of a very, very small test group in your city, or you've gotten an invitation from someone in my inner circle. Either way, it's cool. Just know that if you don't stay on this page now, you'll probably never see this video again. Now, moving on with how you're going to start putting your cock inside hot girls within 5 to 10 minutes of meeting them. Well, first, know that it's not about hypnosis or mind control or any of that creepy stuff. And while this secret process is totally invisible to the naked eye, you won't be using energy or subconscious commands or anything weird like that. Yet strangely, and this throws most guys for a curve, this 10-minute seduction process works way better if you're not especially good-looking, rich, or naturally good with women. In fact, if you're not tall or good-looking, when you use this, women will, 1, be even more shocked and turned on, and 2, they'll wonder what your secret is and be drawn to you in uncontrollable ways. Here's how I discovered it. The story starts with a really weird musician dude I later codenamed the Pheromone Kid, who I randomly met about 5 years ago while living in New York. Visually, he was pretty average, maybe 5'9" or 5'10" max. White guy with very average looks. He was balding a bit, so his hair was super short, and he wore semi-rocker type clothing, leather jacket, jeans, boots, and all that. But nothing amazing about him physically. Certainly not the kind of guy women are attracted to based on looks. Still, the Pheromone Kid had a secret weapon. I first saw it when I noticed him chatting up a really hot brunette in a hotel bar one night. I was actually working up the courage to go over and talk to her myself when, bam! Just about 3 or 4 minutes into the conversation, I noticed that he leaves for the bathroom. And then the weird thing was, she left about 15 seconds behind him, almost on cue. It was crazy. My mind raced. Did they know each other? Didn't seem like it. Did she follow him into the bathroom? Why? To fuck? No way, I thought. I was both shocked and intrigued at the same time. When they came out about 5 minutes later, about 10 minutes from when they first said hello, her face was flushed as hell, makeup smudged, and when I saw him, I could tell he had been sweating. Holy shit, I thought. Still couldn't believe it, though. I had to find out what the hell just happened. So I went up to him since he had stopped for a drink at the bar. It was kind of awkward, but whatever. I was like, hey man, this is going to sound weird. I noticed you over there talking to that chick. Then I saw you both head over to the bathroom. Did you just hook up with her back there? He paused for a second. I didn't know if he was going to punch me or just make up a story. Then he kind of smirked with a cocky look on his face and said calmly, what do you think, man? In a way that was obvious he did fuck her. I couldn't fucking believe it. My mind was having trouble processing how an average-looking guy like him could meet a girl, and this brunette was an 8.5 easy, and then just minutes later take her to the bathroom to get head or bang her. Just wasn't computing for me. So I asked him, but did you know her or something? Dude, that's impossible. How did that just happen? What he said next totally blew my mind. But before I reveal what he told me, let's fast forward to my story and that toilet from the beginning of the video. See, after seeing what the pheromone kid did and picking his brain, I was excited and a little scared to try his technique out myself. My skill with women had been getting a little better through trial and error, but it would still take me forever to get to the point where I was even making out with a chick, much less getting her into bed. So one night, I found myself in a little dive bar in the Lower East Side of Manhattan and feeling pretty good. As I chatted up two girls, blonde and a brunette, the brunette just randomly took a phone call and walked away, leaving me alone with the blonde. Cool, I thought, the blonde is way hotter anyway. Except, as I chatted her up, there was a problem. I started to notice the same old reaction that I would normally get with girls who lost interest while talking to me. First, she started to look around. Then she talked less. I thought, damn, she'll probably think of some reason to leave in a second, and then I'm done here. Another hottie lost. So my mind raced. What would the pheromone kid do in this situation? I mean, he'd told me some unbelievable stuff. I'd seen him in action, yet I'd never had the balls to use it on any girl yet. But in this case, I knew I was going to lose the girl anyway. So I just said fuck it, and said just one of those things he told me. Her eyes widened. You know that, oh my god, you didn't just say that kind of look girls get? Anyway, I kept at it. I had her full attention now. Then, I did what I would have never thought was possible before. I used 7 little words, the exact ones given to me by the pheromone kid, inviting her to meet me in the bathroom in a minute. She hesitated for a second. You wouldn't believe the look on her face. I was thinking, shit, she's so gonna slap me. But then she smiled and said maybe. And so I got up and walked over to the bathroom. The problem was, it wasn't all that clean of a bathroom stall. I wiped the seat clean and flushed, but I was pissed. Now, even if I hit the lottery and she followed me in, there's a chance she'd be so grossed out at the look or smell of this bathroom that she'd change her mind and leave. I waited a minute, then 2 minutes, and I hear a little light knock on the outside door. It's her. I let her in. To my surprise, she steps forward and is not turned off. She looks curious and kind of turned on and says, So I sat back, unzipped my pants, took it out, and I don't think I need to explain what happens next. It ended up being one of the craziest sexual experiences of my life to that point, and the first of many all over the country. I detail many of them in my book, Diary of a Pickup Artist, that went viral in the underground seduction community. In the end, that one bathroom experience changed my whole world forever. Don't worry though, because even if you can't imagine yourself ever doing something like inviting a girl into the bathroom within minutes of meeting her, the 3 secret steps I learned from the pheromone kid will give you way more control over how quickly you get laid, where it happens, even the kind of sex it is, quick or long, dirty or romantic, and so on. This process turns the tables. Instead of her deciding when and where it happens, you're in the driver's seat from the very first time you meet her. You'll never again play her waiting game, and more importantly, you never get stuck in the friend zone. Remember, when you control sex, you have virtually all of the power in the relationship, and women love it that way. Trust me. Most women, especially the really hot ones, absolutely hate being with a bitch of a guy who just pays for dates and affection. And a woman loves nothing more than getting turned on so much that she loses control and just goes with her deepest animal desires, letting you have your way with her. This is one of the things that shocked me most when I look back to my first conversation with the pheromone kid and the magic words he gave me that changed everything, because it just turned my whole world upside down. If you remember, I was asking the pheromone kid how he got the girl into the bathroom so quickly, and he began to break down what made him so successful at banging really hot girls in outrageous locations, from the bathroom to his car to pretty much anywhere that was close to where he first met the girl. All my life, I have been a loser with girls. I was an athlete, yet couldn't get laid. I lived in New York, yet no hot girls would talk to me. I remember back when I had the shittiest little studio apartment you could imagine in Queens, New York, with mice and cockroaches running around, no kitchen or real fridge, and a bathroom so small I couldn't even fit inside with the door closed. Many nights I would take the subway down to Manhattan, where most of the hot girls were, yet come back totally empty-handed. No girls with me, not even a phone number. It was pathetic. But after learning from the Pheromone Kid, shit changed in a hurry. I didn't need to bring chicks back to my apartment because I was often boning them in the bathroom, in cars, in back alleys, or, only if I had to, back at their apartment, with their roommates often pissed but turned on and jealous to hear their girlfriends screaming at the top of their lungs all night. I did use my apartment, but usually only for threesomes. And I'm going to tell you about a threesome specialist I met in a sec. And no, the cockroaches didn't leave my place, but the girls came, over and over and over. They wanted to fuck me so bad, it didn't matter that I lived in a little hole in the wall with insects and mice scurrying across the corners. There were times I had to pinch myself what a difference a few months had made. But seriously, I can't take the credit. Because the Pheromone Kid teaching me how to get laid fast like that, which worked on the first try by the way, it changed everything about me. My attitude, my approach, my confidence, everything. Sure, I learned and innovated and created my own stuff in the years after, but he was definitely the turning point. In fact, if you're watching this video, it probably means you're in a similar place to where I was. Well, maybe not that bad, but hey, I know what it's like to have a high sex drive and not be able to get laid. Nothing is more frustrating. And according to the Pheromone Kid, there are two things that hold guys like us back from getting all the sex we want. The first is obvious, fear of rejection. Still, Pheromone Kid told me he got over that using a weird cold shower trick that sounds crazy, but works amazingly well at shedding your fear of rejection. What's insane about the fear of rejection is that it actually causes you to get rejected, and the opposite is true. Once you understand his process, you lose your nervousness around women, and it's virtually impossible for you ever to feel rejected again. That's just one of the gems he gave me. We also talked about something he called sexual assertiveness, and how most guys didn't have any of it. Have you ever heard about guys who are the so-called naturals with women? Well, it's bullshit. Naturals are just guys who learn to be cool and comfortable with their intention to fuck girls, and with the feeling of being sexually assertive. Unnatural guys are just uncomfortable and unassertive with women, but that can change fast, which is where the 10-minute seduction method comes in, because it actually forces you to quickly lose any fear of rejection and become sexually assertive in a way women can feel. Nothing turns them on more. The more you use it, the more you become the kind of guy that women are just drawn to and can't explain why. And again, that's especially true if you don't have the things women are supposed to want, like good looks, height, money, or cool clothes. Now, there's so much more I could say, but I'd rather just flat out give you 2 free hours of the interview I did with the Pheromone Kid absolutely free. We call them the lost hours because I only recently rediscovered them on my old hard drive, and only a handful of guys have actually heard them. In a moment, you'll be able to download and access the exact same secrets I did when I first modeled the Pheromone Kid. The same insights and exact words he personally gave me, which have gotten me laid more times than I can count and got me voted world's #1 pickup artist. Despite the fact that I've rejected all kinds of publicity, including my own reality show, 13 movie offers, and 9 news specials. Here's just a couple of things you'll discover. The friend zone reversal. How just teasing and subtly threatening to put her in your friend zone makes her want to hook up with you way faster. This is the best way to friend zone proof yourself. Sexual confidence in a single day. The Pheromone Kid will show you how you can get over any fears or insecurities around sex and project the vibe that you can handle any woman in bed. Why women love to be dirty and only with certain types of guys. Display these 3 simple qualities and she'll be fantasizing about doing very naughty things with you during your first conversation. The secret to reading a woman's buying temperature, including how open and ready she is for sex that night. This multiplies your chances of getting the right girl to go with you into the bathroom or back to your place. Richard R. from Pennsylvania told me, "You're not going to believe this, but it worked for me on the very first night I tried it out." The Pheromone Kid also reveals how to use whatever environment you're in to get her thinking about sex before you even introduce sexual topics into the conversation. Rejection proofing your male ego so you can say anything, even the most ballsy things to a hottie, and not even think twice about it. She won't know whether to slap you or rip your clothes off, but she'll always be turned on. The 2-part eye contact scan. The first part tells you whether she's approachable. The second tells you whether she's fuckable that same night. 3 tests she'll probably use, including one after you make your move, which you must pass in order to start getting physical with her in the first 10 minutes. And so much more. For years, I hesitated to ever release the Pheromone Kid recordings to anyone, mostly because of the unfair advantage the whole process gave me. I've never openly promoted or talked about them because they are so controversial. The select few guys who have gotten to see and hear all of what's inside these recordings have usually been underground coaching clients who have paid between $640 and $3,500, sometimes more. But now, I'm going to give 2 bonus hours of the interview to you free today. Why? I'll explain in just a sec. But first, let me say that the Pheromone Kid was not the only super skilled seducer I met on my journey. And he wasn't even the best. There was another guy, I called him Joe Natural, who got laid just as much as the Pheromone Kid, but with way hotter chicks. He could make out with a girl instantly, often without a word. Just eye contact, attraction, and boom, they were making out. Despite not being great looking either, he'd often have some of the hottest girls in the venue competing and getting catty over him. I once even saw an all-out brawl between 2 chicks fighting to get his attention. I mean, this guy was so good, he even outgamed Tommy Lee on one occasion. Yes, that's 100% true. One night, Joe somehow managed to get backstage after a big Motley Crue show, and within 10 minutes, all of the really hot groupies who were surrounding Tommy Lee started trying to talk to Joe. It was so embarrassing to Tommy Lee that he actually had the bouncers kick Joe out. Seriously, Joe was that good. I also met another guy, Buzzy, who taught me his step-by-step process for getting girls into threesomes. And I'm not just talking about sluts. I once saw Buzzy convince 2 best friends, girls who'd sworn they had zero interest in threesomes, to go upstairs during a party and fuck for hours. And half the people at the party knew it was happening. It was unreal. From the Pheromone Kid to Joe to Buzzy, these guys were the best of the best. They helped transform me from a loser who couldn't get laid to save his life to a guy who today often has as many as 8 hotties on rotation at any given time and who is given awards for pickup despite never marketing myself or my services. I created this video and I'm showing you it despite fierce opposition because I want the same for you. Whether you want to get laid in 10 minutes or you want the ultimate girlfriend for something long term, sex is the most important thing. It always comes back to sex. Once a girl sleeps with you, she becomes vulnerable. She opens up. Her true nature comes out. That's why Jeff from Chicago raved. Everything changed when I got my first one-night stand. I never thought that stuff was possible before. That's part of why women are so guarded with sex. Once they give it up, you have all the power. What's weird is that at the same time, women want it to be that way. Nice guys get abused and mistreated and friend-zoned by hot girls because they have no sexual power. There's nothing for girls to lose by rejecting them. But once you have the sexual confidence and power that this 10-minute seduction process instills in you, it turns the tables forever. You get to decide which women you want, how quickly things are going to get physical, what kind of a relationship you're going to have with her. It even influences what happens in the relationship, whether you're dating or something more serious. She wouldn't dream of cheating on you and will work her ass off to please you because she knows full well you could just walk out and bang another girl in minutes. If this sounds like the kind of power you're ready for, then I want to invite you to be part of a small local test of the 10-minute seduction system because some of this material works best when girls haven't heard it before. I don't want to saturate any one area with too many guys knowing or using this. If you want to be one of the few in your area with access, listen up. This system includes a ton of stuff. First, you get the complete, uncensored 1-hour interview I did with the Pheromone Kid, plus 2 lost hours that I've never shown to anyone, and I'm including free only if you take advantage of the special test today. This is amazing info, shit you've never heard before. You'll be blown away as I pick the Pheromone Kid's brain, interrogate him, and get him to reveal every little tip, trick, and secret he used and learn to become a legendary seducer. It's all there. You can listen, take notes, and then begin using it to get laid faster than you ever dreamed possible, starting tonight if you download it now. You'll also get the full interview I did with Joe Natural. I never tell anyone this, but Joe Natural is the guy who first gave me a style makeover. He taught me sexy stereotyping and why it's a must for getting girls to sleep with you on the first night. Within 2 weeks of doing this, in fact, my student Scott F. had 2 girls pull him out of a club and into his car for a quick threesome. Joe also walks you through his simple yet totally unique storytelling method and how he embeds cool shit about himself that make him the most attractive guy in the room. This is part of how he punked Tommy Lee. Another cool thing he shares is how to test a woman during the first 30 seconds of your approach and know whether she's down to hook up that night or she's going to require dates. I could go on forever like this. This interview with Joe runs 66 minutes and alone is enough to change the way women see you forever. But that's not all. Remember Buzzy, the threesome expert? Well, if you like the idea of being in bed with two naked women at the same time, you're going to love this. Because I also got him to share his A to Z process for getting girls into threesomes, and what I heard was fucking unreal. Turns out every guy has the opportunity for threesomes. I bet you've had at least 10 chances to score with two women without even realizing it. Don't let opportunities pass you by, or make amateur mistakes that blow your chances of getting blown by two girls at the same time. Trust me, there's nothing else like it. Instead, just follow the recipe Buzzy spells out and watch the magic happen. Seriously, I could go on like this forever. Altogether, these pieces, including the lost 2 hours with the pheromone kid that you'll get exclusively and at no charge for being part of this test group, form the basis of the extraordinary 10-minute seduction system. The same system that's gotten me fame and recognition amongst guys and insiders all over the country, even as I tried to lay low. To be real, each of these interviews in its own right is worth at least $97. In fact, the seduction process revealed in the Pheromone Kid interview is so controversial, even porn sites are worried that they would lose your business if you were able to fuck women in 10 minutes or less. That's why they hate my guts. This system has gotten me laid more times in the past few years than most guys do in 10 lifetimes. Take any one of these guys and they'd outgame any pickup guru on the web. I'd put big money on that. I say this because I could easily charge $297 for this series and not think twice. But for now, because I want to test out this process small in your local area and get feedback, I'm not going to make it that much. I'll get to the price in a sec. But I want to throw in some more cool stuff. Tools that will help you get instantly better results the next time you go out. Maybe as soon as tonight. So here's the stuff I'm including free when you agree to test out the 10-minute seduction system now. Bonus gift number 1, how to beat approach anxiety. If you've ever wanted to go up to a girl but thought, what if she rejects me? What if the people around me are listening? What if they overhear me getting rejected? What if the embarrassment was so severe that I could never recover? What if I spent hours and hours replaying the embarrassment in my head? I used to have these fears all the time. Many of my students have had these fears. So using my degree in psychology plus more than 13 years of experience as a professional educator, I've created a 1-2-3 self-help system for eliminating approach anxiety and many other fears that are total game killers. Best of all, it doesn't require you to go do 1,000 cold approaches or go way outside your comfort zone. My system will slowly enlarge your comfort zone in gradual, measurable ways. It works because approach anxiety is really part of a larger problem called social anxiety. For years, seduction methods have been treating approach anxiety alone, while ignoring the root problem, which is social anxiety. That's the old way of treating it, and I've come up with something much better. In just one day, doing fun and simple little tests in your city, you can systematically eliminate your fears. It takes just 45 minutes, meaning in less than an hour, you'll become the most socially confident person you know. That is no exaggeration, and the benefits, both in your social life and with women, are so numerous I don't know where to start. This goes way beyond getting laid. Actually, speaking of sex and getting laid, one of the best ways to change your luck today is with this next gift I'm giving you. Bonus gift number 2, the Fashion Bible. There are 4 hidden psychological switches that go on or off in a woman's mind, depending entirely on how you dress. What you wear is the single easiest way to increase your chances and speed to sex. In my exclusive Fashion Bible, I share the 8 proven looks with you that women are socially conditioned to find sexy. Women need you to fit into one of these looks in order to justify sleeping with you so fast to their friends and not be labeled a slut. And you don't have to spend a lot of money. The fact is, nothing affects whether a woman is open to your approach or not more than your clothes. It's sad but true. Men fly in from all over the world to get fashion makeovers from me, and I charge $5,000 a day for shopping and fashion consulting. But you'll get all the info they get in this simple step-by-step guide you can use to transform your style, become more fuckable, and get laid faster. After one makeover, a particularly hot chick actually thought my formerly nerdy student was celebrity singer-songwriter John Mayer. You'll also get bonus gift number 3, instant attraction. The premise behind this is simple. Walk up to any girl, no matter how hot, know exactly what to say, and not only get her interested, but actually make her want you. That's real attraction, and it's what this book helps you do. You'll get a full list of my very best openers. These are the same openers that me and my coaches use in my live workshop. My workshop costs $2,000 to $3,500, and you'll get them absolutely free. You'll get all of my best shocker openers. These give girls that holy shit facial expression. and instant interest that allows you to grab their number or take things further, whatever you have time for. I'll show you how to create customized natural openers using my cut and paste template so that what you say is fully personalized to you. I'll even teach you the one never fail opener that no woman can ignore or walk away from, even if she's hot, bitchy, stuck up, and doesn't have time to talk. Works almost like magic to stop her and get her listening to you. I'll show you how to follow up your opener with contingencies. Use this technique and you'll be ready for any response a woman might give you. This is an easy skill to learn. It takes only a few hours and you'll have it down pat. I'll teach you how to deal with tests, challenges, and other pushback. I did 50 trainings in a row where I kept a list of every student question related to this topic, and I've listed the most common questions here with the answers. This includes everything from what if I get in a fight to what if she's with a guy. Do not miss out on this list. This bonus is easily worth more than most full-price books on pickup, yet you get it at no cost for being part of this exclusive test offer. And that's only the beginning. Remember, because everything is digital and can be viewed on your phone, laptop, or tablet, your results will be even faster and more consistent. That's because, one, you'll be able to get started right away. That's right, once you place your order, you'll get immediate access to the audio and PDF files so that you can start to download and begin today. And two, you'll have the entire system and each of the bonuses wherever you go. This is huge. It's easy to fall back to old habits and fears, and we as guys need constant reminding of what's possible. Use the audios or PDFs anytime or anywhere when you need a quick tip, reminder, or confidence boost. You may find it saves you in a situation where you don't know what to do. You'll get to actually hear the confidence, the voice tone, and the powerful attitude each of these guys uses in their interactions with women. That alone is worth a fortune, because the more you listen to them, the more you'll absorb their mindset and way of acting around women. Now, how much would you expect to pay for all this? Well, let's look at everything you get. Secrets of the Pheromone Kid. Audio interview 1 hour, plus 2 free bonus hours. Value, $197. Secrets of the Pheromone Kid. Written transcripts. Value, $47. Secrets of the Pheromone Kid. Seduction cheat sheet. $19. Interview with Joe Natural. 1 hour. Value, $97. Interview with Buzzy, Master of Threesomes. Value, $97. Bonus gift number 1. How to Beat Approach Anxiety. MP3 audio plus PDF transcripts. A $56 value. The Social Freedom Exercises. A $27 value. The Fashion Bible. A $67 value. And Instant Attraction featuring the Shocker. A $39 value. Altogether, this entire package has a retail value of $646. But again, you won't pay that much. Not anywhere near that. As you ponder the price, know that this information has only been seen or heard by a tiny group of guys in my inner circle. I've guarded it very closely over the years. When I offered very limited private coaching around this system, it's been and will continue to be at least $3,000 to $10,000. When I do run weekend training seminars, I don't even include all this info, and those events regularly sell out at $2,000 per seat. Hell, many ebooks in the dating and how to get women area can cost you as much as $70. That's just for one digital PDF. With the 10-minute seduction system as part of this very small test in your area, you get a complete A to Z program, including never before shared clips and info, a total package worth at least $646, all for just $67. But there is one catch. Because you're part of this limited test group, if you purchase at this price, you must agree to give me feedback and let me publish your success story. Don't worry, we can edit your name out. You see, I'm doing this test because I really want to see how powerfully guys like you will respond to the system, with the goal being to pile up success stories as you and the other guys get insane results, and then go back and make the system even better. Your feedback is essential, and your success story is a huge part of why I'm giving such a huge, valuable program away for such a small price. So only click the button below if you agree to that. As you can probably tell, I fully expect you to succeed and start getting laid like crazy, and you must agree to let me know what happens so that I can anonymously use your story. Cool? Awesome. Because when you click on the Add to Cart button below, you'll be taken to a secure private checkout process where you can participate in this test. Immediately, you'll download all the MP3 recordings, all the PDFs, all the bonuses. Don't worry, your privacy is strictly assured. Your credit card statement will say UDS on the receipt. Nothing about the program itself. No one will ever know you're using this, including women. Unless, of course, they start questioning, why you're bringing home all these models and unusually attractive women. From then on, you'll have 60 full days to put everything you discover inside the 10-minute seduction system into action. Here's my promise to you. 10-minute seduction must help you boost your sexual confidence, become more ballsy, and ultimately get laid much more frequently and faster than you are now. In 60 days or less, otherwise you pay nothing. That's how confident I am that this system will make a huge difference in the way you approach, attract, and seduce women. No matter what, I think you'll be hard-pressed to find a better value anywhere on the internet. Of course, we're not just talking about monetary value, are we? I mean, imagine what your buddies will say when you go to the bathroom followed by the hottest girl in the room. Can you imagine all the what the fuck text messages you'll be receiving the following morning? And what would it be worth to you to finally have 8s, 9s, or even 10s texting and pursuing you, begging to come over to your place? I already know the answer. It's priceless. So now you have a decision to make. I'm giving you a proven roadmap to take this and turn it into this. It's clear you're at a crossroads. Take the wrong path and your luck with women will never change. On the other hand, imagine how different your life would be if you knew you could walk up to any woman and quickly create raw, primal level desire and attraction. The kind of attraction that's so tangible others can feel it. The kind of attraction that you can see from across the room and is so strong that hot girls, even normally proper girls, will follow you anywhere, including dirty bathroom stalls, to jerk you off, blow you, or more. Of course, you could choose not to participate in this test. Yes, doing nothing is a choice. But then you risk being just like any other guy, stuck in the friend zone, chasing women who are out of your league, trying to buy dates and affection, only to be treated like shit, cheated on, and dumped. Trust me, I know because I was there, and there's no amount of money you could ever pay me to go back to that place. I don't want that for you either. The 10-minute seduction system was created so that you could walk up to any woman, exactly the kind of woman you want, create instant sexual connection, and get physical at speeds most guys simply don't believe is possible. There is absolutely no risk, and you'll never see this offer from me ever again. That means the only smart decision right now is to click the buy button below. Download the entire system, put the material to work, and see for yourself how big of a difference it makes. This should be one of the easiest actions you ever make, especially since your test participation and purchase is protected by my 60-day no-hassle money-back guarantee. The only risk is missing out on having a whole bunch of beautiful women wanting to hook up with you fast, date you, or join you for threesomes. Are you ready? Let's get started. Just click the Add to Cart button, go through the 2-minute checkout process, and I'll see you on the other side. This is Brad P., and I can't wait to share this insane process with you, and then hear the kinds of crazy stories from you that other guys are sending in. Talk soon.